What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the King and I Life podcast, hosted by myself, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother, Son Soul X, in his joint. Check it out. Hit us up, www.kingandilife.com, for all our podcast info. Subscribe to whatever podcast platform that you choose. Also, hit us up, KINGANDEYE369@gmail.com. Email us your suggestions, your feedback, and all that good stuff. Tune in to us live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because we are all over all those social media platforms. Stay tuned for the good stuff. Yeah, we out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the King and I Life podcast, hosted by myself, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother,
Son Soul X.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest host, finally a female guest host that's going to give you her raw opinions and thoughts. So we welcome Miss Tootie Glover.
Absolutely. Definitely gonna get my raw opinion. Hello.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you know how to find us everywhere on all social media platforms, King and Our Life Podcast. So let's go ahead and hit them off with the rest of that business.
You guys can always reach us at KINGANDEYE369@gmail.com. Again, that's KingNI369@gmail.com. Of course, you can find us on all of your major podcast platforms. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. I mean, we out here, so holla at your boys.
Holla.
Yes, indeed. Holla. So, with that being said, Tootie brought us a topic today, and we're going to be talking about adult fun. I don't know, man. Adult fun is something that a lot of people skip over. I know me growing up, I don't know about y'all, but me growing up, I didn't notice or even realize how important that was until I got to these last few years of my life.
Absolutely.
And watching other people, I'm like, yo, that's not living. So, I mean, yeah, what y'all got on it?
After you, Miss J.
My take on having fun is that if you don't have a balance in life, every part of life is about a balance. So it's mentally, physically, and spiritually. And in all those parts of your life, you have to have the proper balance. And in that balance is included fun, where you need to let loose, let down, so you can have time to regroup. You can't always be serious. So fun is something that's definitely necessary, and it's not scripted or not, and it's each for the individual person to do what they feel and what they like to do, and what brings comfort and joy to them, because laughing is important.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely agree with that. I think for me, balance is definitely the best way to go. You know, I try to keep everything as smooth as I can, meaning, you know, when it's time to be serious, I'm serious, but when it's time to let go and have fun, then, you know, I'm right back being a young kid again. You know, I'm in the moment, enjoying everything going around. Even if I'm just sitting and observing, I'm trying to take everything in.
Absolutely.
And, you know, park it in the memory bank, as they say.
Let me share a quick story with y'all right quick.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
I was going in Big Lots or something the other day to get some cleaning stuff. I pulled up and it was a man outside with candy apples. Candy apples do something to me. It takes me back to my childhood. I get excited, and you know, it's like going to the carnival or going to the circus or something like that, you know? And that's what cotton candy and all of that type of stuff brings to me. So I saw it and I got excited with my $5 out, and I was like, how much are they? He said two for $5. I got those candy apples. I could not even wait to get in the car. I pulled that wrapper off. I bit into
Mm.
that candy apple, and it was like red candy, like all around my mouth, like a kid, right? And I mean, it was juice running down my chin. And I'm telling you, I was like thoroughly enjoyed and didn't care who pulled up behind me and saw how much joy and fun I was having eating that damn candy apple and reminiscing on when I was a kid. You hear me? It was awesome.
That is hilarious.
Man, I can't
I
even tell you the last time I had a candy apple.
But I mean, it
I was
just took
about to
me
say the
back to
same
the
thing.
times when I was a kid, you know? And I couldn't
Yeah.
resist it when I saw it. And I was like, I mean, I was pretty much running up there like a kid with my bills in my hand, trying to get my situation, my candy and stuff or whatever. But it was hilarious. And it just made me realize, gotta stop and take time to have fun. And it don't even have to be something extravagant. It's the reason why I gave the candy apple story. It could be something as
Mm.
simple as that, $5, in
Yep.
your car
Yeah.
with candy all over your face like a kid, but you enjoying it,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be as
Yeah.
extreme or as simple as you want to make it.
Yeah. Like Sun So Lex said, I don't even remember the last time I had a candy apple. Yeah, I just do not know. It's been that long.
Uh-huh.
It's been
And
that
Yeah.
I
long.
don't get them that often either. But when I see them, it's like I go back to little Tutu. And I
Mm.
drop down and I break down and I get like so excited. And I don't know, it just takes me back to that little girl place. And I make it a point to eat it sloppy. My face be all red, my tongue be red, candy be stuck all everywhere. I mean, I eat it just like I'm a little kid on purpose and don't care who see me.
I know that's right.
Mm.
But yeah. While we talking about that, one thing that just came to mind is people allow the strangest things interrupt their fun, their peace of mind, and all of that.
Absolutely.
One of the major things that I have noticed, and one of those things that I had to check in my life is relationships. And it doesn't matter if it's a significant other, family, friends, whatever. Um, people got to understand that when you have an unhealthy environment, unhealthy people around you, they will stunt your fun, stunt your growth, stunt your peace, and all of that stuff. And
Very
you
true.
know, I was in situations to where people was like, "Oh, you quick to break up with somebody, quick to walk away from a relationship," and it's like, no, actually, I'm not, because everything. If you're paying attention to your life, you are aware of everything that's going on. So instead of dwelling in misery, you pay attention, and you sh- should be able to make the necessary moves when you need to make them. So somebody on the outside may, oh man, you just do stuff quick, and it's like, no, this is been going on for some time. I set my boundaries and my breaking point, so when it gets to that, it's like I could walk away clean and clear and not have that whole mourning and grieving period while I'm walking away from it, or anything like that.
So it's fair to say that when someone stifling your fun or your peace, then it's time to remove yourself from the situation. Is that basically what I'm getting?
For the most part, it is levels to it. Like if it's not to the point where you have to totally remove yourself, you have to get to the point where you have to enforce your boundaries, because sometimes people will either purposely or inadvertently test your boundaries, and sometimes they're clueless, sometimes they do it purposely, but you have to check them. And if you check them, or make them aware, let me just be nice about it, because people say I could be an asshole, but
Well, you need to have more
if
fun
you
then.
if you make right, if you make them aware of it, then it's more likely for them to be like, all right, let me reapproach what I'm doing. But sometimes people just don't care, and it's like, you know what? Hey, cut them off quick with an axe, and it's like done with it.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is this: when you're in a relationship with somebody, it could be a simple hobby that you have, but if they're trying to intervene in that hobby and prevent you from, having that little bit of fun time or that hobby space, I have a problem with that.
Mm.
Well, I
So
agree.
again, I'm the type I just want to be myself, man. I don't want to put on, the public face, as they say, or that, you know, my public representative. I just
Right.
like being me. You know what I mean? So any chance I get to have fun, whether that's just working on my old schools or riding motorcycles or whatever the case may be, I don't want someone in my space who's trying to prevent me from enjoying that little bit of time. Man, it's crazy how some people will do that. Though.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. Here's another thing about fun in correspondence to relationships with what you just said. Like you said earlier, there's a time to be serious, there's a time to take care of business, and there's a time to let your hair down. When you get the chance to like be yourself, as you said, let your hair down, laugh, have a good time, do something you enjoy. If it's as simple as eating a candy apple or riding your motorcycles, or you know what I'm saying, anything that you
Yeah,
personally enjoy, that gives you balance in life, and it gives you the opportunity to step outside of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we need to have
definitely.
fun and laugh at ourselves. It takes some of the stress off, it takes some of the steam off,
Yeah.
and then you can come back at your relationship or your job or whatever it is that you needed to step back from, with a fresh attitude. If you can go
Yeah,
off
Mm-hmm.
and have fun and do something to enjoy yourself. I also think that taking time to have fun is somewhat of a celebration of your accomplishments,
Mm.
because
Oh
you work
yeah.
so hard,
Yeah.
you know, take care of your family so
yeah,
hard, you taking care of everybody and everything. You have to celebrate yourself. You have
Mm-hmm.
to, or as things are going to get, as we call, unbalanced.
Mm-hmm.
So
definitely.
that's my take on relationships and having fun. It's just important to step outside of yourself, step outside of your relationship, get back and enjoy yourself. Sometimes you won't take each other too seriously, or like Soul Toucher said, be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? You just go and you get a
Yeah,
chance to have fun and take it down a notch, and then come back and
Yeah.
revisit the situation with a clear attitude, so you can face it head on like you need to.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah. Um. So with that, um, before we got on, we were talking about you were talking about the lady that you went to see and her adult toy. So uh, let's talk about that.
Okay. The purpose today was to go out because I was thinking about getting a puppy, and I talked to the lady on the phone, and she just seemed so nice and down to earth or whatever. I was only supposed to be there for a minute to look at a puppy, and I ended up being over there for 5 hours. And,
Wow.
Wow.
and that's how much good of a time we had. We had
Oh
fun.
Hmm.
Do
wow.
you hear me? This was someone I had never
Wow.
met before, never seen before, only talked to on the phone maybe two other times about the dogs. I get out there,
Hmm.
we get to
Mm.
talking about a lot of stuff, and she starts telling me about this fun. And her kids are grown now. She's a 3-time divorcee, and she has
Mm.
a new relationship and stuff. And her boyfriend, she says she didn't want to get married. She likes the fun that they're having with their 15-year
Mm.
relationship right now. They don't see in changing it. And she said they have
Wow.
fun. And I said, well, what do you mean? What do you guys do for having fun? She took me out in her backyard and showed me this 3-tier pond with the koi fish that she had built. I saw a swing back there, a hammock back there. I saw some glasses of wine back there that looked like they had yesterday. Looked like an awesome time to me. I walked over to the
Wow.
other side. I saw these huge ATVs with huge rims on them and wheels. That she said the ATVs could even go in water. Never even seen this before. I was like, what in the toy place? toy store have you brought me in? I mean, I was salivating at all them toys. I walked over, looked at some
Wow.
four wheelers. The four wheelers was tricked out, had all kind of stuff on them. They ride them in the dirt, they ride them in the mud. She told me about 10 miles down, it was a track down there, and they had a mobile, not a mobile home, but a trade, not a trailer, but what is it called? The Yeah, the
RV.
RV. They leave the RV at the track and they stay down
Mm.
there all weekend. So they
Wow.
also have that toy that they can travel and go somewhere with. I looked over on the other side of the garage. I saw two Harleys over there, and I mean, it was a lot of toys in there for some two adult kids, and I was enjoying it, and I was like, yes, 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 this is the life right here. And in addition to that, of course, she's a military bride as well, so she keeps a
Mm.
passport. She travels, do things. We was even talking about a female cruise and stuff or whatever. I mean, just really, really
Hmm.
living life. Yes, she works. She probably had about 20 dogs in her house, so I'm sure that's busy with having a kennel. But also, she makes the time to enjoy herself and her mate as well. And I thought that was so important.
Definitely. It definitely sounds like she is having the time of her life.
And this young lady,
I
I think her gentleman friend was maybe 53, and she's about 54 and still young enough to do all these things and still healthy enough to do all these things. So they do it, not waiting until they retire, but now.
Right.
Now.
I'm listening to all that you say that she has, and I just want to know, like, you know, how she got all them damn toys.
Okay, let me tell you another thing about how she got all these toys. This young lady shared with me, like I told you before, that she had some heartache in her life. So she was a three-time divorcee, right?
Right.
Each time she said she got a divorce, she left the husband the house. And
Mm-hmm.
so after this third time of leaving the husband the house, she said she wasn't getting married and she was not doing that anymore. So she brought her 12
Right.
acres of land a little bit out in
Mm.
the country, put a double wide trailer on it, bricked it in, and it looks very
Mm.
much like a house. It's very
Mm.
plush, very posh in there. You can't tell that it's a double wide. And I'm not a fan of those, but I would take that one. It was
Wow.
beautiful inside. This young lady told me that thing was paid off. So when you're
Mm.
living debt free, it allows you to take these type of vacations, have a $40,000, two $40,000 toys, taking these trips and stuff. She told me last weekend they went to Tennessee and drove their four wheelers in the mountains. I
Oh,
Wow.
was like,
wow.
what? She said she rode so hard that
Mm.
her body was so sore, like somebody had beat her up. But then she said she thought about it. She was like, when she worked a job at Walmart, she was a manager, that she used to go to work sore, hurting. So she said if she can go to
Mm.
work sore, hurting, she going to have fun hurting. No, it's no question.
I know that's right.
It's no question.
Wow.
She
I
said
know
she
that's
put
right.
some
I know
Ben
that's
Gay
right.
stuff on, got the hot shower and stuff, and got up the next day and went right back at it to have fun.
I know that's right.
And I
That's
just,
what's
I
up.
really
Yeah.
enjoyed her enthusiasm about life, her spirit about living, and her smile was like really, really infectious. That you can tell that she wasn't just surviving, she was really living, and she was happy, and she was having fun, and she was enjoying life. And
Mm.
that's what it's about.
Yeah. True. True that. Yeah. I mean, double wides ain't that expensive, so I get it.
It
I get
probably,
it.
but the 12 acres of land though, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that might cost a little bit of change, but you
I
Uh-huh.
get that and you throw a
I,
double wide
I
trailer on
looked
there. That's
back there,
that's light work.
and she let me see because she was the type of person that wanted to share education and wanted to wanted other people to experience and stuff too. She even invited me, but I declined because I'm not gonna ride no ATV in no water where no snakes is at. That ain't my thing. But I would ride the 4-wheelers in the mud now. I would do that. I definitely ride motorcycles as well. You know, I could definitely get with the RV and the even riding the RVs and stuff up in the mountains and stuff. I would do all of that stuff, but I'm not a fan of snakes, so you know. But other than that, yeah, I was definitely for everything that she had. But they built that pond in the back so that when they're not traveling, they have an oasis in their backyard that they can enjoy. Everything's not about spending money. You know what I'm saying? You could have fun right in your house. Yeah. So they had that for them to have fun and stuff. And she had it looked like a small metal building or something that was built in the back. And I asked her what it was. She told me it was a kiln. It was a ceramic shop that she has. Where she had like, you remember we used to do that in Germany. They used to have the ceramic shops where you make the pottery and you fire it, paint it, and all of that and stuff. She got one on her property because she likes to do that.
Wow.
Fun. Wow.
That's wild.
And then her boyfriend or husband, they put another barn on the land on the other side, and he fixes ATVs and he tricks them out. And that's his business. Right. And then she's the dog breeder. And she breeds like
sounds so like that's right up your alley.
Maybe 10 different kind of dogs. And she breeds expensive dogs because these dogs are like 3 and 4 pounds grown. You know what I mean? So that's their business. They decided that they didn't want to work for anybody else anymore. Kids got grown. They started buying toys, paid off houses, they wanted to buy their dream home. And then she decided that at her age, she didn't want to have any more bills anymore. She would prefer to have fun. And that's where their money goes. But in the long run, here's what she did share with me. The money that was coming out of her account for her mortgage, that money still comes out of her account, but it goes over into the fund account. So that, you know, if her mortgage was $1,000 a month or whatever it was, I don't know what it was. I didn't ask. Well, $1,000 a month still comes out of their account as though, because they don't miss that money because they're used to spending it. You know what I'm saying? So it goes over there, and then it's always money over there for them to take these extravagant trips or buy these extravagant toys or whatever, and they have fun. I mean, I was in that yard just bobble-headed, eyes big, lit up, like a kid walking around there salivating at them toys.
Bruh, do you know what I could do if I had no mortgage and I could put that in my fun account every month?
And I like the way that she was talking to me, but she was also spreading knowledge, spreading how to bounce back after hard times. Because this is what my takeaway was from this entire 5-hour talk and day that I had with her. It was about going through hard things in life, how to bounce back from it, how to bounce back and be better, how to not let somebody steal your joy, how to go back and have confidence again and be trusting enough again to find love again. And y'all enjoy each other, raise y'all kids and stuff, and have fun. And y'all still have goals. Yes, y'all have financial goals and y'all have fun and stuff, but y'all still got money that y'all putting aside for later on down the line in life. And I just thought it was beautiful that they were a couple that had like-minded goals and was working towards something like that. Because you would think that you wouldn't find that after being divorced for 3 times, you know? But she was a very optimistic person, a person that was very willing to share knowledge and just wanted me to experience this fun that she was having and with her toys and the different things. And I'm definitely not a person that goes hiking. I'm definitely not into mountains and stuff or whatever. But the way she presented it to me, I was sold. I was ready to sign up.
Wow. Yeah, that's good stuff because I mean I can relate because I'm a 3-time divorcee too.
Okay.
And that last one, whoo, Lord, that one
It took a
got
lot out of you,
under
huh?
that one. It got under every layer of
Yeah.
my skin. It had me saying, I quit. Like I walked away from the house. The house was going into foreclosure. We had a vehicle in both our names. She let that thing get repoed. And then when it's time to file for a divorce, she wants alimony and this, that, and the other. And I'm sitting there like, what in the hell? It's like, are you serious? I'm like, why can't we just walk away?
It's the
But
hatred, it's the bitterness, it's the inability to have fun,
yeah,
which keeps you balanced from being hateful. If you was enjoying life,
yeah, but
she wouldn't have been hateful.
Yeah, and I got through all of that. Got the house in check. Got out of foreclosure, all that. I got my, pretty much got my life together. But going through that, I mean, I think the actual divorce part, well, the marriage was shit, but the divorce process was frustrating. But when I got that divorce decree and started like my path of getting my level back, I've been having fun through it. I mean, so the divorce was like 2016. I was like, you know what, I gotta live. And people was like, would you ever get married again? And I would vehemently say, hell no. But then I would say, I'm not going to say no, but I'm going to say it's going to take a hell of a woman to get me to even consider it. But I've been having my damn fun, and I stopped taking life so serious. I take the parts of life that are serious, but life itself, I don't take this shit. I don't take this shit serious no more.
I seen you in Iceland.
Oh
I
my
was like,
God,
where
yes.
is he at? What is he doing? I was like, yes. I was all in
Yes.
those pictures. Yes, get it.
Yes.
Absolutely. And sometimes I feel like it takes going through something difficult and frustrating to really appreciate those times that you can. Because I mean,
Yep.
I'll speak a little bit about myself. I was married for 25 years. Ended up in divorce and stuff. The divorce was pretty much like soul touchers. It took my soul. I mean, I was around here like a zombie for a second. That I had to get myself together. And after I came back through that particular situation, I was just like, never again. And yes, I said, I didn't say I would never get married again. What I said was that I just can't do what I did before. If I'm still going through
Right.
life and I'm learning something new, then I'm all for it. But a repeat or doing something that I don't already learned, that's the definition of insanity. We can't do that anymore. But now
Right.
I'm at a
Exactly.
different stage in my life, so I date for me. I'm not dating for somebody to help me raise some kids or some bills or whatever. I date for me. So everything about me when I'm
Right.
dating is fun. If we not having a good time, then what we doing?
Exactly.
Because I just
Exactly.
I don't have that anymore in my life because all of my children are grown. I'm still fairly young. I don't have any grandchildren. I am retired, and I just rip and run the streets like I feel like running. Like I said, I was supposed to be somewhere for 20 minutes and was there for 5 hours. Ain't nobody looking for me.
I know that's
Nobody's
right.
looking for me. So I have
That's what's
fun
up.
almost every day because I'm not responsible